So we're going to record this, and we are going to be doing a training on stories and how to use them both on Facebook and Instagram. So let me connect to my phone here and share my screen. All right, again, we go with that. Okay, so there is my screen. So you want to go into your Facebook and actually get here to your main top of your page. And let's see here, we're going to go ahead and add to story. So that's where my picture is there. That's where you want to go. And you're going to go ahead and just pick something that you want to add. So like, for example, it can be any picture. You can scroll through and pick any picture. But I'm just going to pick out this one right here. Like, this is my dream. Like, if I could pick any room, I would love to have this. So you've got features on the top here. You've got kind of a smiley sticker face and the A letter and then the squiggly line. Your smiley sticker face, if you click on that, you can put location, the degrees, a GIF, music, tags, polls. You can scroll down and pick one of these GIFs that are already preloaded. And these actually change every day depending on what day of the week it is. Or you can just put emojis. So like for the books, I don't know, let's do an emoji book, right? So these are all the emojis that you see when you are, whoa, they got a couple new ones on. Look at those whales. These are all the emojis that you see whenever you like type a text message or do anything of that nature. So we're just going to scroll down and find those books that they have on here like this. So we're going to go ahead and just click on that and see how it has the book there. And you can move your books around, and let's say, for example, you don't want to use that. If you drag it down, you see that garbage can? You just stick it in the garbage can and now it's gone. So pretty cool that you can do that. You can also change the size of your photo. You can't change like the location of it, but you can change the size of it. The other thing you can do is, you can scroll, take your finger and scroll to the right and see how I can change the color of it. It could be in chalk, jewel, frost, velvet, sand. So you can definitely play around with a lot of filters with this. And so like I happen to like the velvet style. Okay, so if we go up to the A, up at the top in the middle there, this is where you can type anything here. So I could put something like my dream room. I don't know. And then you can change it. You can either have it as the headline. You can click the glow, fancy, classic, or pop. So you can change what you want there. Now the other thing is, if you notice at the top center there, it kind of changes the in between the color swap and the lines. If you notice that, it changes there. So if you don't like the color, like I happen to like this fancy, but let's say I want to change the color, you just click on the circle swap and you can pick whatever color you want to change it to. So I don't know, let's go with pink. Pink, I like pink. So you're going to go ahead and hit done. And this is where you can move it around. You can put it anywhere. You can make it bigger by like putting two fingers on your screen and scrolling out. You can make it smaller, anything. And you can change the direction. So if you wanted it sideways or slanted. So there's that. Now the squiggly line, that's if you just want to draw a picture or something. So we'll go ahead and do that, whatever. And again, you can change the color. There's a bunch of options here at the bottom. You got the paintbrush and the squiggly line, the circle, and all that. But let's just say I don't want that. So I'm going to hit undo, and then that takes care of that. So then on the bottom here where it says effects and it's got like the star wand, you can click on that and you can add effects to your image if you want. Just scroll to the right and it'll preload some ones that you already may have used in the past or you have on there. So I always like this Twilight one. It just makes it pop some more. So that is done there. And now I can go ahead and just share to, and you have the option here to share to your story or to your newsfeed. I don't really want to share it to my newsfeed right now. I just want to share it to my story. So you can go ahead and click share now. So now it's uploading and it's sharing it to my story, which is cool. And it's just saying adding there on the bottom. Okay. So now I can go ahead and click on my story, and these are all the things that I've posted earlier today. So if you look at the bottom left-hand corner, it says the number 91. That's how many people have viewed my story today, or since that this story's been up. These stories are good for 24 hours. And if you touch it with your pointer finger, it'll go on to the next story instead of waiting for the bar to go on the top. So you can add to your story as many times as you want or as little as you want, however you want to do it. So I've done all of those stories today. Now the other cool thing is if you go into your groups, right? Let's just go into my VIP group. Same thing here, you can scroll down and it says your group story halfway down and it says to view story. You can go ahead and view whatever we put up there earlier today. Now you can go ahead and add to your story by clicking on the right hand corner here where it says add, and you can add stories to your groups, which is super duper awesome and amazing. So that's how stories work. They are really, really useful and they're really, really helpful. All these people up here, they use stories as well, and you can view their stories. I like to view them and get ideas from them. I also like to just view them and comment. It's a great way to do that, because what ends up happening is that when you comment on somebody's story, it goes straight to their message box. So like, let's say, for example, I'm going to comment on Tara's story. And it says, Dad, what is this? Son, broccoli. And then I can say something like, replying to Tara, I never liked broccoli as a kid. And then what happens is that gets sent to her Facebook Messenger. And so see right here, it says, I never liked broccoli as a kid. So now you've automatically started a conversation with somebody, which is really cool because it takes that guessing out and takes that whole I'm being salesy out of the equation. So this is Instagram, and the same rules apply. You just click on the top left-hand corner where it says your story, and this is where you can add to your story. So if you click the plus button up here at the top left-hand corner again, it's being silly right now, but anyway, this has got a little bit more effects than Facebook does. You have the option, if you scroll here on the bottom, you can either type, like if you want to just type some random message. You could go live here. You could just do a normal picture, like if I took a picture of my keyboard. You could boomerang something. So I don't know if you guys know about boomerang. It's super awesome. It's like a 3-second video that you can take of something. You could do super zoom, where it zooms in and do effects off of that. Focus, I haven't really played with that one yet. Rewind, and hands-free. So there's a lot of options. To me, there's a lot more options here than there is on Facebook. So let's just say we're going to pick a photo, and you can select multiple if you want. But like I took this picture earlier today. This is of boats here in Alaska. And up here at the top, you've got the arrow pointing down, the kind of like a chain link, the smiley face, the paintbrush, and the A's. The chain down right here is that you can post this either to your IGTV video, or you can put in a web link, which is a call to action. So like, for example, if you're posting something about nails, you could put your web link there. Then that way people know where to shop. So as a matter of fact, we could actually do that. We're not going to do this photo. Let's just pick a different photo. What kind of photo? I know I saved lots of photos, so bear with me here. I don't know, let's go with this one. So let's go ahead and put that web link in, and that's where you would just type in your website. And if I could spell right, it would be good. OnceUponANail.us. So that's my website, so I'm done there. So a call to action has been added. So I go to this little smiley face next, and you can do a location, a mention of somebody else's name, a hashtag, a GIF, the time, a poll, a question, a countdown, a smiley face bar, a quiz, a photo, donation. I mean, there's so many more options here. And the cool thing is once you hit it, or once you put it up on here and you save it to your stories, you can actually save that one story to your camera roll, and you can copy it over to your Facebook stories, which is cool because then it makes it all kind of universal and it ties it all together. So in this case, I want to add a GIF because I want people to swipe up so that they see that shopping link, right? So if you just type up the word swipe up, this is where you can pick any one of these particular GIFs on there, right? So like, let's go with this one, just for, you know, whatever. And then people, what they'll do naturally is that they're going to go ahead and swipe up because they're going to get that shopping link. So I can go ahead and send this to my story, or you can choose to send it to close friends or anybody else as a message to people. But I'm just going to go ahead and just share it to my story. Click that one, and then you just click done at the bottom. So now if I click on your story, there it is in my story. I can hit these 3 dots on the bottom, and I can hit save, and I can just save. You can either save it as a video or you can save it as a story. I'm just going to save story, but it's actually a video because I uploaded the swipe up. So we can just save this, and we'll do save video. So now it's been saved. If I go back to my camera roll, look at that. Here it is, right there. This is in my camera roll. Oh, but it won't let me do it because I'm on the live here. But anyway, so if I go back over to Facebook, I could technically add this to my story, possibly. Sometimes it's a little slow to update. Maybe I can't on this particular case. But anyway, you can technically do that. So if we go back over to Instagram, we can click on my story, and then these are the stories that I've done today. This one is seen by 19. If you scroll up with your finger, this is where you can get the interactions of each story and how many people that it impressed, how many people followed it, navigated, forward, excited, etc. So that's how you can check your stats of what's going on with your stories on Instagram. The same thing actually happens here on your Facebook. If you swipe up, you can see who likes your or who viewed your story, and then also if you got any, you know, comments or interactions with them. So hopefully that was helpful on learning how to use stories for both Facebook and Instagram. And remember, you can post on your group pages as well on stories. It's really helpful to kind of get, Facebook is moving towards doing stories more often than they are on your actual wall. So it's really beneficial if you guys start using stories. So hopefully this was helpful, and we'll see you guys next time.